Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. We're going to go over the epic Colts loss on Monday Night Football and an interesting stat that I found on social media that kind of relates to, well, not kind of, but it's one of the number combinations that I've been following for the Gabby Petito case. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Colts were 120 and 0 when leading by 16 points. That's one hell of a stat. Last night's Monday Night Football game, or 2 nights ago, flashed a Gabby number that I have recently been following with a few other people like Reese Witherspoon, Mike Tyson, Brian Laundrie, a few others examples. The 197, the 179, 719 combination. If you haven't gone to my YouTube channel, which you're probably at right now, click on playlists. I have a Gabby Petito playlist. There's over 30 videos in there. And here recently, I talked about those numbers. Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson, um, Jimmy Iovine in the Super Bowl, accidental prime number starring Reese Witherspoon and Brian Laundrie. I talk about the numbers with the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford, that same number combination. So let's get into it. The Colts are now 120 and 1 when leading by 16 or more points in the fourth quarter. So the Baltimore Colts ended their 120 win streak when they're leading by 16 plus points in the fourth quarter. And they've been on this streak ever since they moved to Indianapolis from Baltimore. They used to be the Baltimore Colts. The words Baltimore Colts sums to 88. We saw number 8 on the Ravens do back to back 8-point conversion touchdowns to force overtime, like 88, as he sat on 8 losses regular season for his career with the win, 88 days till his next birthday. And that's actually what I wrote. And I didn't put the Baltimore Colts thing in, but that's what actually I wrote for my pick on my Patreon. It was the 80th NFL game. So my pick, always in writing, underlined and italicized. The only words that are underlined, writing, and italicized. 80th NFL game, 80 sums to 88. Maryland sums to 88. Home teams for the week can become 8 and 8 with the Ravens win. Ravens coach would sit on 80 regular losses. 80 sums to 88. He wears the number 8, the Ravens quarterback. He can sit on 8 losses, 88 days till his next birthday. So I did mention that as the reason why I made the pick. And it's interesting that Baltimore Colts also summed to 88, and they broke their streak this night of this game with the back-to-back 8-point touchdown conversions to force the overtime, which broke their winning streak 120 to 0. They're now 120 and 1. What's interesting about the number 120 and 1 is if you put it together, if you take away the dash, the number 1201 is the 197th prime number. 197 is the anagram of 719, the 128th prime number. Some examples of what I talked about is Mike Tyson's birth name. Michael Jero Tyson sums to 197. Tyson Fury, who was born on August 12th, written 8/12 with 12/8, was named after Mike Tyson. I talk about that in the right here. Tyson Fury is named after Mike Tyson video. Brian Laundrie's parents, who last saw Brian Laundrie, quote unquote, Brian Laundrie sums to 128. He was last seen on September 14th by his parents, which just so happened to have marked the 179th day of Gabby's last birthday. He was officially reported missing on September 17th, written 9/17, or 17/9. Again, the number combo is 719, 917, 179. 197. Reese Witherspoon sums to 218. And on the 197th day of her 45-year-old age, which 197 is the 45th prime number, she celebrated her first movie role of her career ever. And of course, we have Los Angeles Rams, which sums to 218, whose quarterback is Matthew Stafford, 179. Anagram of 197, anagram of 719, yada yada yada. But thought that was interesting. Baltimore Colts. the 1201, 197th prime. Just a number that popped up once again for the Gabby Petito thing that I've been following. Hopefully this was interesting. Hopefully you got some insight out of this. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support.